The Work and Equalities Institute in Manchester draws on a long history actually of research in this area. We used to have two internationally known research centres, the Fairness at Work Research Centre and the European Work and Employment Research Centre, and we decided to combine their strengths to create this new institute called the Work and Equalities Institute.
The aim of the Institute is to try and combine different aspects of equality research and employment research, looking at labour markets, looking at collective issues, looking at questions of regulation and change, but also focusing on the individual as well, and the way in which there's more individual issues and more types of conflict or tensions or rights emerging at the same time. We've just held the fourth Fairness at Work conference and we've had about 70 people coming. They've discussed a whole range of issues on regulation, on change, well-being, which is very, very important, health and safety. It's a conference that we try to develop with a view to actually linking with certain organisations, trade unions, maybe some management bodies and so forth, with the aim of trying to raise awareness of the importance of justice and fairness at work.
There are several research activities that are going on at the moment, one of which is looking at the future of work, and we're asking questions about what work will look like in the future, what is going to happen to skills, what is going to happen to jobs.
There is, we think, a close link between, on the one hand, automation and the increasing use of, let's say, robots, at work, at the workplace today. But then, of course, this could lead to significant impact in terms of processes of outsourcing. So, organizational and employment fragmentation in that respect. So, even though they are distinct, we consider them as actually interrelated.
I'm the theme leader for the Work and Equality Institute's Theme 2, which is Fair Treatment at Work. What that theme is interested in is looking at the type of treatment that people receive in the workplace. So we're interested in the degree to which people are being treated fairly, the degree to which unfair treatment influences health and well-being. And then the third stream would be looking at the type of interventions that we can put in place to try and improve treatment in work and to improve working conditions for people.
There are questions about how people have access to raise issues of concern in the workplace, whether this is through trade unions, whether it's through other forms and mechanisms to be consulted about things that matter. So we're doing case study work in a number of multinationals that don't have trade unions and trying to look at new and innovative ways in which people can have a voice in the workplace.
Coming from a legal background but working in a business school, it has been particularly interesting for me to broaden up a little bit the discussion, the legal discussion on the regulation of working time and adopting interdisciplinary focus. As well, I think is important to focus on these aspects and to engage with the realities of regulation, both at institutional, multi-level process of regulation.
Local government has emerged as a key anchor for employment standards, so that could be through councils setting minimum wage requirements, living wage requirements, requiring contractors not to use 0 hours contracts, to offer training and apprenticeships to local residents as well.
Everybody is becoming an expert on what's going to happen to work in the future, and most people's expectations are very pessimistic. But we know that actually there is opportunities to shape the future of work and the future of equalities, and we want our research to contribute to that debate and to help shape a better future rather than a worse future.